Well, how many times have I done that? Cycled miles and then suddenly decided I will go out today. That just puts me in a good mood, and I've been stuck in for literally weeks. I've hardly been out. Once you start to do it like everything goes, confidence and nerves and your mind and everything. And it's the first time I've had to stop because I've just come up a hill and the battery died. I've been using the throttle a lot. As far as I know, it's legal with this. I don't know it near me because it's type approved. I think they all are now. If it's type approved, you can ride it on the throttle, but it flattens the battery in no time. It's better if you pedal as well. It's me, I think it is. Trailer, you should think it's in one of the SMs. Okay, it's a bit, that quick release, it was like that. It's actually, it's going that way, it's tightening that, so it should, you could just lock it. So you get a bit of a funny angle that, but I think it's okay. I don't know if you can see that. And I've had to stop because the battery literally gone flat. Because I've been using the throttle, and I was quite touched, quite pleased about that. It was quite nice that there was a chap in I don't know what sort of car it was a big one. He had the passenger side window down. I was stood at some traffic lights, and just as he got up to me, he said, "Is that a hybrid, mate?" I says, "It's petrol powered electric." But when I think about it, he's right. It is a hybrid, isn't it? Petrol and electric. He's right. He's dead right. Yeah, I was quite pleased about that. Just simply that he took an interest. Well, I won't say where I was in sort of a sensitive area they're every style life, so I don't want to give their whereabouts or whatever. It's one of the biggest ones in Europe. And it probably was from one of those from that establishment. And obviously I had relatives who sort of worked in that sort of establishment. He's maybe seen the videos and sort of relates to it. But I was quite touched by that. Somebody actually took an interest in the hobby, really. And I've had to stop because the battery's gone completely flat because I've done quite a bit on the throttling. And my left, I don't know what muscle it is down the back of, isn't my thigh, top half of my leg. Yeah, it's starting to get cramped. It's been cramping for a while, and it's particularly bad when you set up if you haven't got down to first gear and the traffic lights in that. But anyway, I've decided to go home. It's just I'm going to have to unlock the high security lock. Yeah. I just hope I haven't forgotten the chunk key for the door key, if you see what I mean. There's only one way in. I mean, I wouldn't go into anyone else's house. To me, you just don't do that. It's illegal, isn't it? You're telling me they're checking on my well-being. It's making my well-being worse. I don't know why they're doing it. All right, my house is a mess. Yeah, my dad's just died, and most of my relatives are dead. I only have 2 close relatives left. I've no idea where they are. I haven't heard from them for. Well, the last one I was in contact with was 18 months ago, I think, or about that length. So I've been on my own ever since. Somebody calls to see me, but last time they've never even looked at me. I don't know what I've done. I called in at the last place I was at today. The door was open as a pass, but I was wondering why the bike wouldn't move. The trailer wheel was right up against the curb, and it was jamming the old bike. Yeah, you do have to watch that with trailers. But I don't know, the door was open and it was closed, and well, they're probably busy. And that's the thing, I went into the garage to get something that I used to go there every day to get food, to get drinks and sweets and stuff. I got something to eat and drink. I took my helmet off. I said, you probably won't remember, I don't know if you recognise it. I took my helmet off. I says, I was over the road, I lived over the road 3 years ago. And he just remembered, he said, it's a long time ago, is that? It was right, actually, yeah. But I said, but I'm better back than it used to, because you've saved my life. I mean, I set off with a box of instant noodles and some tins of stuff to centralise the generator, really, because if you have that sliding about, it will damage it. And I didn't bring a spare, and I didn't know how far I was going to go. I was in the right mood, and well, that's the thing. If you sit in the house for ages, you do get in the right mood. And yeah, obviously, I know I have to have exercise. Everybody does, if you have any sense. And but I know what was wrong. But you know, I mean, it's not really anybody's fault. One of the neighbours talks. This isn't really loud outside. And if you're on your own, you're a loud noise and that, or loud talking. It makes you feel threatened. And it does. It stops me going out the house because my mind starts racing. That I don't think that means I'm mentally ill. I think that's normal with anyone who's. I mean, I don't really suffer from loneliness, but I am completely alone now. It's difficult. I mean, Dad used to motivate me, but he's gone 18 months ago. There's nobody left. I have 2 brothers. One's a half brother. I don't know where they are. But anyway, I mean, I couldn't get across the local bridge. There was, I forget the name. They work alongside Telecom. I can't remember the name of the company, but yeah, they were working on the bridge. I didn't bother to go across it because I mean, I thought, do I call her and see the boss? Well, it's what, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I can't really upset the boss. I mean, Nana. I mean, you don't get on the wrong side of her. Well, when I say, she told me she used to beat the brothers up and they worked for the fought in World War One. And the thing is, if she said she didn't lie much, if she'd tell a few white lies, if a child was misbehaving, or she couldn't get one of the animals, like a cat or a dog, to behave. But I mean, if she said she'd done it, she would. But it's like my mate said to me, they'd probably let her. I don't know. I wouldn't want to say. I mean, I wouldn't like to tackle her. I mean, she chopped two pear trees and an apple tree down. She was about 70. She was senile, and she slaughtered them. There was literally 3 stumps, which Dad dug out and took to tip. She'd taken all the branches of the quite big ones, or old ones, taken them all off with an axe. I mean, that's hard work. It's harder than sawing. So obviously, she could have. I mean, she was 70 then. What could she do when she was in her 20s or a teenager? I wouldn't have tackled her. I wouldn't have gone on the wrong side of her. Anyway, I might as well just have a rest while this battery recharges, because it has worked actually. I mean, I've decided to go home. Where am I? I'm actually on a road I know, because I used to come round here when I lived at Dad's quite often. Yeah, it was about a 19-mile ride. I used to do it quite often, but towards the end I stopped doing it. I just did a 10 or 11-mile one. But it was confidence. If you don't do much because you're unemployed and that, your confidence goes in everything. So yeah, I mean, actually the place I was in, it's the 3rd time I've been there on a bike, and today is the first time I've never got lost. I got every junction right. I thought, I went past the junction, I thought, I should have been down there, shouldn't I? Just kept going. I thought, I know I'm going to end up on the motorway, but I didn't. I spotted all the signs as it having a bit moral day through, just persevering at the biking. I mean, it doesn't really matter if my car's off the road, and well, now I've got a hybrid. Doesn't matter, does it? That'll do a lot more miles per gallon than my car. Just see how much. I think you can take this cap off the tank without it exploding. Right, well, I don't know. There's a certain amount of suction on that, because you shut the valve when you switch the engine off. How much is left? Can't say. Has it gone down about an inch or an inch and a half? I don't know how much is left in it. It'll get me home. But when I think about it, the first time I started it, I just put a bit of petrol in that tank just to test it, to see how well it started. And it literally, I filled it, put part of it of petrol in, pulled on the starter, and it started. First time I was quite impressed with that, because well, engines have improved since I used to start a lawnmower. That was a second-hand reconditioned Suffolk Colt. It could have been, I would think it'd be 50, 60 years old now, that. So they have improved, and it's not overheated. Yeah, the exhaust gases would be hot. No, the plastic isn't. It isn't even hot. It's air-cooled like a motorbike engine, and there's airflow over the trailer. It's fine. It'll do. I mean, do I really would need a quadricycle? It'd be wide than the trailer, because it'd be wide at both ends. It's a bit of a nuisance to the traffic, and yeah, it'll do. It's alright, is that. I'm just getting a bit of cramp in my leg, and I have been for a while, but yeah, I'm quite happy with that. The trailer hasn't caught fire or anything, and I was pleased that bloke asked me about it. It made me day, that.